reportedly dawning, particularly within the faction of Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa, largely Zwikanandas, and I'm talking of your Gudawashe Takwirei, your Owen Mube, your Wicknell Chivayos, and all those, your Scott Sakupanyans, all these dodgy business personalities who overnight have actually accumulated a lot of wealth in Zimbabwe. Whilst we are busy sleeping, guess what? They are up busy plotting. And why they are plotting at night, they have realized that retired General Chiwenga has been secretly doing his homework. And apparently, what has dawned amongst the faction of Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa is that indeed retired General Chiwenga has the backing of the heavyweights within the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. I think the other faction is carefully not exposing that information at the moment. Remember, when we are fighting the battle, you don't have to actually reveal everything like what the Mnangagwa faction has been doing. Part of the reason why Mnangagwa has been countered numerous times, it is because the other faction saw him coming. They understood everything. How do you use individuals such as Daniel Kawe against people with a militant background who are trained actually in terms of intelligence, and people who have fought wars and survived in those wars? Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. So what is coming through from this desk is that the faction of retired General Chiwenga, of which the Zwikanandas have been actually undermining, appears to have the backing of the heavyweights within the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. I've told you that most of the people were appearing to be actually on Mnangagwa's side. It's not as it appears. It appears retired General Chiwenga has actually the strongest heavyweights behind him. That is why in terms of intelligence gathering, in terms of also understanding the plan and the strategy that Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa seeks to employ, they are actually ahead, exposing the faction of Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa left, right, and center. Already, as I reported before, that most of them who are in the reserve, of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, have decided to go back to the barracks. So as I'm speaking, Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa was given a period. He was in fact given an order by retired General Chiwenga to act on the Zwikanandas. And he was told point blank that you are behind these people who have been siphoning the resources for the nation, and also you have been the largest beneficiaries. That is why you are allowing them around you. And he was told to act ASAP, realizing the intensity of the meeting and how serious retired General Chiwenga was. He had to actually run away from that meeting to go to the Politburo, thinking within the Politburo there would be actually there will be people who will be understanding to him. Of course, the Politburo is full of people who are twerking for him. They tried to twerk, but when retired General Chiwenga came, it is said that he put all of them into their place, and all of them at that moment, they were afraid. It was a very, very intense Politburo meeting. I think you should have also, those who have watched even the presentation by Prince Mutswangwa during that press briefing which he did, as much as he was spitting venom, he was being so very careful. I remember at some point saying, those people pushing the other member within the presidium, that member must be. No, I'm not saying that member. I'm saying the other people. Is him being calculative of what words to use during that. If you look at all these calendars, I think they have been told by Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa that be careful how you speak about this man, because this time around he is not actually mincing his words. The reason why Opet Mpofu and you know the reshuffles being done, specifically Opet Mpofu being targeted, because Opet Mpofu is in the presidium. So Opet Mpofu, as well as also Opam Chinguri, did not respond on that intense meeting. It came out without a solution on what to do. So that is why Opet Mpofu has been dealt with. They are planning also to deal with this Minister of Defense, that is Opa Mchinguri. Kashiri. Already decisions have been taken for these ministers. I mentioned them in the previous actually video. These previous ministers to be actually reshuffled. It's something that has been put on the table of Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Expect something of that sort. Maybe hearing that we are now speaking about these things, they may not come out the way they want them to be, but Zikanandas are opting to bring in the vicious Owen Mutangube straight to the Ministry of Defense, and they have witnessed that Mnangagwa is losing plot. The money that they have been using to try and infiltrate the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, the work that they have been doing to try and neutralize retired General Chiwenga by taking generals which they thought they were the only ones actually closer to him who made him to be powerful. They thought that he would be weakened, but it appears the man is highly respected within the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. Almost all of the top chefs within the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, they are actually behind retired General Chiwenga. And as you can see that, I mean, their plot and plan is thickening, because Chiwenga means business. People see that man being quiet and blessed Geza being quiet. If the people who don't know what they are doing, you see Zikanandas, the moment it surfaced that retired General Chiwenga put Mnangagwa in his place and demanded him to arrest people around him, what did we see the Barakashi doing? The Barakashis actually report directly to Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. They are actually paid by these Zikanandas. Most of them, they have received cars from Wicknell Chivai. So they were quickly given an instruction to escalate the conflict. And as you have seen, the conflict is escalating, but the other faction is not using their emotions. They are actually using tactics in terms of, so it's actually, we are moving towards a very, very critical moment in the history of Zimbabwe. Anytime, at any moment from now, can be tea time. Others may find themselves locked. Others may find themselves actually having to call Jonathan Moyo to actually direct them on how he escaped on that night, when he was even undermining by that time the military. Now, the last time General Chiwenga spoke, you remember that press briefing which was done by retired General Chiwenga. He spoke, individuals like Jonathan, they began to criticize him. These people don't learn. They began to do exactly what the Barakashi are busy doing to retired General Chiwenga. Guess what? On one night, in the middle of the night, we saw SB Moyo coming, and everyone was actually running for his dear life. We are so close, and if you have noticed, it appears they never learned from that history. We are so very close to what transpired that day. Will they fight? It remains to be seen, because they stand to lose a lot. Definitely they may try to fight. Will they win? I don't think. I mean, over my dead body, I don't think winning for them is possible. Will they beat the people of Zimbabwe? Will they beat even the generals? Will they beat? I mean, everyone appears to be actually behind this worthy cause to get rid of these people and maybe start afresh and see where the freshness take us from to. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send our stars. Okay, Umhlabane is signing off. Let me